Okay, I'm going to talk about actually making a chord and how you hold that chord on successfully on a guitar, so that the chord sounds like this and not like that. There's really only two things that you have to control when you make a chord. As a matter of fact, with anything that you finger on the guitar, a single note or a chord, is you have to press strong enough into that fretboard. You have to press hard enough, not white knuckle hard, but hard enough that you are stopping that string, as it's called, stopping the string, right behind the actual fret, which is, these are the little metal dividers here called frets. You don't want to be on that fret. Here's what it sounds like if you're holding down on the fret. It's a very muffled sound. It's not allowing the guitar string to vibrate properly. You've just moved that back so that it's slightly behind the fret. I'm on fret 2 right there with a very muffled sound. If I move that back just a little bit, you get a proper sounding string. If I move that too far up, you'll hear there's a little buzz with that, but that's actually a finer point for you beginners. Right now you want to concentrate just on getting a nice position back here behind the fret that you're playing, and not on that fret, and a live string by pressing in hard enough. Now pressing in hard enough, that's the first thing that can go wrong anytime making a chord or even an individual note. The second thing that can go wrong, particularly with chords, is that instead of coming straight down into that fretboard, I have my fingers going virtually parallel to it. It's like, you know, on a different horizontal plane. What happens then is that your fingers interfere with the strings below. That prevents them from vibrating properly, and you get this kind of a sound. So you get a dead string where the fleshy part of your fingers are hitting strings below them. They're really the only 2 or 2.5, if you want to look on getting buzz if you move too far up that fretboard. That's really the only things that you have to control in order to get your strings alive. So now, in the first video you saw how to hold the guitar. You want to just work on that and get it so that what feels strange at first will eventually start to feel very familiar, and you want to get to the point where you are arching your fingers as much as possible and coming directly into the fretboard. I should mention also that if you were designing a machine, you would have a machine that came directly into that string, because that applies the most amount of pressure coming directly in. I start losing the pressure on the string as I start to push sideways. I also start bending the note and come out with the note that I don't want. And you also want to come directly in, because if you lean over, then it interferes with strings below and you get dead strings. So, holding the guitar, you have to work on that, feel comfortable, and start to make your chords precisely and correctly, even though it will be an uncomfortable position for you starting off. Try to keep your knuckles, these knuckles, up. You're going to find that most people find that difficult, most beginners do. But force yourself into that, rotate your hand around, and try to get that position as much as possible that those knuckles are up. Okay, that's it for holding the guitar, making the chords, and the only thing you need to do right now is play it over and over and over. Thank you.